Hey guys, so this weekend, Lilo and Stitch has officially hit theaters alongside Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning, which we'll talk about in the next video. But this will be my review for Lilo and Stitch, the live-action Lilo and Stitch for 2025 release. So, first thing you gotta know about this movie is this movie was meant to go directly to streaming, and then changed into a theatrical movie. So we got to get that out of the way when we talk about this movie. So a lot of my friends have some interesting takes on this movie. You know, Disney has been out of control with the live-action remakes, and I have some pretty controversial. I have some pretty controversial I have some pretty controversial thoughts on this movie that I'm interested to get into with you guys. So we'll start with the pros and cons first, okay? So Lilo and Stitch, I saw it thanks to my friend. We went to a double feature on Friday. And the only reason this review has been hitting you a little later, guys, I was busy streaming yesterday, got home from work, and I've been working on a lot of really good stuff for you guys, and a lot of good life stuff is coming that I'm excited to share with you guys. This channel is growing, and lots more stuff are happening. But back to the review, right? So earlier last week, I was able to watch... I thought the main movie I went to go see was Fight or Flight, which I quite enjoyed. But now I saw Lilo and Stitch. Now, if you guys don't know, I love the original Lilo and Stitch. I'm a fan of the classic, old school Lilo and Stitch, Hawaiian music, Elvis music, all the things. I studied the movie more than anyone, and as a YouTuber, I analyzed it completely to know exactly what to expect with that kind of movie. Now, what I can tell you guys is absolutely crazy, right? Here's what I'll tell you. I found this this area of expertise quite interesting because, so, pros for me. It is full of heart, like a typical Disney movie. It's funny at times. One of the standout characters for me in this iteration is the little girl that played Lilo. Did a really good job. There's really good stuff with her character. I really enjoyed her. I also really liked David. David from the original movie was always one of my favorites, and I like how they used David in this movie. I think David is quite good and pretty well. And I also say that in the beginning of the film, when the plot kicks off in space, I think the Grand Councilman looked pretty good. But we'll get into my negatives in a minute. So that's my positives. Negative time. So my negatives with this movie are that Jumba and Pleakley were miscast. Spoiler alert, guys, if you guys don't want to know anything about this movie, click off the video. This is where it gets spoilery a little bit. There's a twist they do with Jumba that I'm not a big fan of, and I really don't like the direction they take his character. Also, even though I thought Zach Galifianakis was fine in the movie, he doesn't feel like Jumba to me, so I think that's pretty bad. Also, the people making this movie forget about the lore of the original movie because they have Lilo feed the fish Pudge a BLT instead of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, which is not accurate to the lore of the original movie, so I thought that was interesting. So this is one of the live-action Disney remakes where they made too many changes. Also, the original actress called Nani appears, who played Nani, appears in this movie as a kind of interesting character. I'm not going to reveal it, and that's not necessarily a con. That's just a thing to know about the movie. Pretty cool stuff. Like they brought the original voice actor for Stitch. So cons, not a fan of how they handled Jumba. The CGI in this movie, you can tell that this was meant directly for streaming. So, to budgetary reasons, they're missing an entire character, so they have to make a choice. And the choice they made, I did not agree with. I did not like how they did stuff with Jumba the way that they did. I was not a fan of it. It didn't work for me. I'll be honest. It did not work. I was not a fan of it. I did not think it was good. I just really did not like that. So that twist really pissed me off. The fish stuff pissed me off. The other thing we got to talk about is Nani, okay? Now, I knew from the trailers that they weren't going to get a Hawaiian actress, and I was like, oh my god, this is not good. I'm not a fan of this. I really thought that it just didn't. This did not work for me, guys. I liked some things about the movie, but I did not like a lot of things. And then the last thing is they picked a punk ass, pardon my language, to play Cobra Bubbles. I just did not like the actor. I did not think they did a good job with the character. And the daytime CGI in the end of the movie was rough. But overall, a decent Disney live-action remake. Not one of my favorite ones, but not one of the worst ones. This movie is decent to average at best. I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. Have you guys seen Lilo and Stitch? What did you think about it? I thought the dialogue was bland, and I thought some of the characters acted bland. But overall, I had a good time. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, we'll catch you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.